Hello, everybody. Welcome and thank you for joining me for this fairly short video. I wanted to introduce myself. My name is Mr. Ruggles. I am your ninth grade student homeroom teacher here at CAVA, California Virtual Academy. So welcome to my homeroom. I'll be looking forward to working with you, the learning coach, and your student. Again, my name is Mr. Ruggles. My contact information is here on the screen. My email, cruggles@caliva.org, and the 951-291-8584 number is my office number. Feel free to reach out to me at any point using that information. That information is going to be plastered everywhere, so you don't necessarily need to write that down. But if you think you need to get a hold of me before we actually start next week, feel free, write that down, use it, contact me, all that good stuff. I am your first point of contact if you have any questions regarding CAVA. I'll do my best to help you. I may have to get somebody else involved if I don't know the answer or it's above my pay grade, or if circumstances arise. But generally, I can help you if it's getting started things, those kind of things. I can, at a minimum, help you out or direct you to the right avenue to go and get you guys taken care of. So feel free to contact me before we get started if you need something. All right, quickly, a little bit about me. This is my 13th year teaching with CAVA. This year I'll be teaching U.S. history. This is my second year teaching U.S. history. Prior to that, I was teaching tech classes like computer programming and things like that. So I moved to the history department a couple years ago. Having fun with that. I am also CAVA's esports coordinator. So in the afternoons, I am with the CAVA esports teams, working with them and practicing and doing competitions with against other K-12 schools and sometimes non-K-12 schools. So I have a lot of fun doing that. If anybody is interested in participating in our esports teams, reach out to me, let me know, and I'll share the info with you if you are interested in playing. All right, just so you guys know a little bit about me and my background, this is my family, almost all my kids. So I'll start from left to right. That is my youngest daughter. She is going to be a freshman this year. She plays water polo. And then in the kind of the greenish hoodie, that is my second to youngest son. Nobody's in order. He plays baseball currently at Riverside City College. And then again on one over in the white t-shirt, that is my Scholastic son. I'll tell you more about him in a second. But he is a firefighter in the Salt Lake City area. And then there's me and my wife. We've been married 28 years. And then in the red next to my wife, that's Jake. He is a senior that attends BYU up in Provo, Utah. He's going to work towards being a dentist. And then my oldest, my daughter, standing in front of my one and only grandchild. She is a officer in the military and a nurse, trying to be a flight nurse. And then that is my son-in-law next to my daughter. So he's not my son, but a son-in-law. And then on the very right is my youngest son. He is a senior in high school, and he plays volleyball. So all my kids are very athletic and have participated in sports, some collegiate. Just quickly for fun, a montage of some of the activities we do. We love playing sports. They all grew up playing baseball. A couple of them played college. One's still playing. We love going to football games, most notably the University of Utah, as you can see at the bottom with our sweatshirts when they were in the Rose Bowl a few years ago. We love camping. We love lakes. We love anything that's water. My kids love roller coasters and scuba diving. Anything to do with water, roller coasters, and sports is pretty much where we're at on the evenings or on the weekends. Okay, and just a little bit about me. I'm going to try to explain why I'm explaining this, but my education path. I graduated high school with a 2.3, was not top of my class, did not like school very much. I did the minimum. I didn't get in any trouble, but I didn't want to do the maximum, of course, and I wasn't shooting for a 4-year college. That was not in the works in my mind. I did go to a community college, Citrus Community College, for 2 years. Graduated with an associate's degree with a pretty decent GPA. Then transferred to the University of Utah, where while I was there, got married, had a kid, all that good stuff, graduated with a stellar 2.7. Still wasn't a fantastic student. And then when I was about 40, I decided to go back and get my teaching credentials and my master's in education. And that I did because I wanted to. I went back to school. I did well, graduated cum laude. Did well because that's what I wanted to do. And then I did 2 more years at UCSD. The reason I bring this up is I was not a stellar student. I didn't like high school. I didn't even really like the first part of college until I really found what I liked to do. And then once I found what I liked to do, I excelled in it. I understand your kids. Some of your students are going to be awesome students. Some of your students are not going to be so awesome. And I totally get it, and I'll do my best to work with them. You guys are the learning coach. I really need you on your end to be pushing them, making sure they're logging in and doing what they're supposed to do. But if they're online and reading my emails and my communications, I'll do my best. I understand that they're not interested. I'll do my best to work through and say, look, you just got to do what you got to do to get by, and then you can figure out what you want to do. Not everyone's going to go to Harvard. I understand that. Not everyone has to go to a 4-year university. I understand that. We'll have lots of fun in our homeroom class, but I get it. Oh, I told you I was going to talk about my firefighter son. He hated school. I had to find different schools that worked for him while he was going to school because he literally wouldn't pass a class, and we knew he needed to graduate high school. He found what he loves, firefighting, got into all that, and we got him through. So I've had the spectrum from A students of my own kids to kids that didn't even want to be there. And so I totally get it. So I'm on your side. I'll do my best to help you guys out. Okay, so a couple things you guys need to know as we start here with CAVA. Some of you are brand new. Some of you are coming from 8th grade, starting high school. High school might be a little different. For those of you returning, I'm not sure what 8th grade looks like. But here's what you need to know. I am the homeroom teacher for your student. Our homeroom meets every single school day at 8:45 a.m. This is a required class to get started. When I start seeing students not showing up to this class, I jump on the emails and then I jump on the phones and figure out what's going on, because CAVA, that raises red flags with CAVA. If you don't attend things and if you aren't making work progress in your classes, those raise red flags with CAVA via automated reports. So, and those red flags can lead to a withdrawal from the school because you're not compliant with school policies. I feel like my responsibility is when I see a red flag, try to hit it off, talk to you guys about it before CAVA admin sees it. And that way you guys are on a good track before CAVA admin gets to see it, and you guys need to have a conference. So we meet every school morning. We get started. I push them out the door on their way into their regular classes. Homeroom class is worth credit, so it's 2.5 credits a semester. It's considered an elective. We have a few assignments, and we do the state testings and all that good stuff in that class. I keep it light. It might seem monotonous at times, but there are some things we have to get done throughout the semester. Other times I'm doing things like team building and creating a community so we can have fun together. But it is necessary. So CAVA students do follow a schedule. Please know your student will have live classes every day, including due dates and things to do like assignments, tests, quizzes, all that good stuff. So please be aware that, yes, this is independent study to a degree, but they will have schedules and deadlines. Now I'm going to contradict myself real quick and say CAVA is not an independent study school. And I say that just because you have set schedules with classes and with deadlines and due dates and all that kind of stuff. It is independent in the sense that your students are learning online and reading lessons on their own and things like that, but there is a lot of dependent work, and they must follow a schedule and follow due dates and attend live classes. Sometimes parents don't realize this when they sign up with CAVA, so if that is an issue, please let me know right away. If it's something you guys can't do, let me know, and I'll help you withdraw and help you guys, or you guys find another school that works for you. But I just need you guys to know that up front. There's daily work to do. Okay, students are required to attend live classes, including homeroom. If a student misses live classes, you're likely to get an email saying you're absent. Students must log in and complete coursework daily. I'm going to talk about that more in a second. In the interest of making this video not so long, I'm going to keep going. I do, in my homeroom classes, I do encourage participation. Some kids won't, many kids will. We'll play games. We'll do things that'll stir up conversation and activity. So hopefully we can get as much participation as possible. It's fun. And we'll go from there. I'm going to skip to the next slide. There are 2 things students need to do every school day. Number 1 is complete the daily scheduled work for every class. So they would log into their online lessons. They would either do lessons, assignments, tests, whatever's on the calendar for each class that they have. They're going to have 5 or 6 classes. And then they're also supposed to attend all live classes that are scheduled. They'll see that schedule when they log in. It'll be a routine. Every Monday will be the same, Tuesday will be the same, and so on. So they have periods to attend. There's 7 periods a day. They probably won't have 7 classes in one day. They might have 3 to 5 in a day. So they're to do their online lessons and things in between classes and stuff, so they don't have to do it later after school. But there are those 2 things, online lessons and live classes, that students need to complete every single day. They're 2 distinct things, and we'll talk about those. A few things learning coaches, parents, and legal guardians need to be aware of. As a homeroom teacher, I may need to contact you, and I do every once in a while. And I get it. You guys are very busy. Some of you work. Some of you might have the night shift. I totally get it. For 13 years, I've seen it all. So I'm going to make it as easy as possible. But as part of the enrollment agreement, you need to respond to my emails or phone calls within 48 hours. I really hope it can be quicker. 90% of you will be great. I totally get it. Each year I have 4 to 5 that are really hard. Some just literally never respond. I don't get why. I understand you're busy, but we need to be able to communicate on a regular basis. And chasing down parents is very time consuming and a lot of paperwork consuming. And then CAVA admin gets involved. It's not fun. So please, please, please respond to my phone calls or emails. I'll make it super easy. I work well with emails and text. In fact, emails and text are the fastest way to get a hold of me. If we need to have a phone conversation, by all means, we will. You can text me, hey, Mr. Ruggles, can you give me a call? Absolutely, we'll set up a time. But live calls, if you just ring my phone, a lot of times I'm doing something like this, or I'm talking to students, or I'm in class, it goes to voicemail, and it takes time for me to get back. I can get back to emails are fastest, texts are next best, and then calls are last. But by all means, I'm happy to talk with you. It's just the best way to set up a phone conversation is through an email or text. Okay. That's it. So I'm going to skip that last point. We'll talk about that later. I'll bring that up later. School does start August 14th. That's a Thursday. So there are a few things that we need to do. I will be sending you a getting started task list, for lack of a better word, in just a little bit, right after you see the email with this link to this video. It's going to tell you that you need to complete an ISMA. That's an Independent Study Master Agreement. Needs to be signed by both the student and the legal guardian. And if the legal guardian is different from the learning coach, then the legal guardian and learning coach need to sign it. I'll work with you with that, and I'll do my best to make it clear. Student learning coaches, there are some getting started tasks, like watching a few videos. And this is all just going to be outlined in an email. It won't be very difficult. I just wanted to bring it up to your attention that there are a few things to do before August 14th. Please don't wait until August 14th, because it'll start being confusing with too much to do. Okay. And lastly, I just need to make sure that you and your student know how to log into your K-12 accounts. If you can't, we need to work on that. And you can let me know, and we'll start on that. So lastly, wrapping this up, before school starts, not stats, on Thursday morning, the 14th, I am required to have a conversation with each legal guardian. And if the student is there, that's great as well. Now, I'm using this video as part of it for the introduction. I've just saved about 15 minutes of your time on that video, and I've saved 15 minutes times 30 by having to do this with everybody. But I still need to do a few things. There is a link you can see below. I don't expect you to memorize that or write that down. I will email that link to you, but I'm going to email this to you. It'll be the same email as this video link. If you can complete that form, it's a Google survey that has some questions for you. It's going to save us about another 15, 20 minutes of a conversation on the phone. You're going to give me all the information that I need to ask you and write down which is very time consuming, and we can do this all at once. Okay, so with this video of me introducing myself and you completing that survey, our conversation is going to be very short and only as long as we want it to be. And I'm happy to chat with you guys for as long as you want to chat with. I am going to create 2 Zoom meetings. We'll call them Meet MrRuggles or something like that, that I will set up for next week. I will email out those times and the Zoom links for them as a cheat sheet way to get a hold of me, and we can have these conversations. We can just talk in a big room and have some fun for, you can stay as long as you want. You can meet me, say hi, and we got all the info, I'll leave. You can do it as many as 2 minutes, or we can chat. But I'm going to set those up. Anybody who doesn't attend those, then I need to have just a phone call with you. And we'll set up and we'll get ready, and I need to do that before school starts on the 14th. So all that, if I talk too fast, just rewind, please. I'm trying to get this done, not waste your time. I did this in about 16 minutes, so I appreciate you watching. Let's see if I have anything else. Oh, the slide I said I'm going to make the 2 Zoom meetings, so I already talked about that. All right, I will talk to you guys very soon. I am excited to have you and your student, more especially your student, in our homeroom class this year. I'm looking forward to work with your family, and I will be talking to you guys very shortly. Thank you, everybody. Talk to you soon.